Hey everybody, I am Professor Gentry and I am here just to give you a few little tips and tricks and some general class information. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of my webcam and I'm going to show you the Carolina University screen and let's see what it looks like. Okay, here we go. We've got our SCAS 105 Introduction to Computer Science overview page here. So a few things that I want to note is that your course status, if you have any grades, they will all show up in this upper left-hand corner, and in the upper right will be some announcements and the latest news. I do try to post news at least once a week, if not after every class, so please make sure you take note and read the announcements. Now, more towards the bottom, I've got some how-to videos and some videos to help you choose which Python interpreter, and I have my coursework videos below that. Now, some of the resources I have available, I like to use my resource page, so I try to put some notes if possible, and some other links. Here you've got your Edpuzzle class link. That's going to be very important for you to watch videos and get participation credit. Let's start out with taking a quick look at the syllabus. If you click on the left under course information, it will take you to a nice little home page with all the information that you need regarding the course only. Another way is to click on the little arrow and you can also find the syllabus, the calendar, and the roster. So I want to look at these syllabus files. So there's a few out there. The very first file that actually says syllabus summer 2021, that is the full syllabus. Take a minute, go through it. I know it's a lot of information, but it is information that you're going to need. Some things I would like to point out is as you come down, the course materials that are needed. The use of online proctoring software, we're going to talk about that. There's a little bit of information about the different assignments that you have and due dates and times. As you keep going down, there are things such as how to request a due date extension and what is valuable, and the course schedule. There's assignment weights, the assessments and the grading scale for this class, and some professor-student interaction and what the expectations for those are. There are some also course-specific policies with classroom environments and how to basically portray yourself in a professional manner. There's an attendance policy. There is a course abandonment policy. If you do not interact with the class within a week, then without notification to me, you will be automatically dropped from the class. There's some academic integrity, academic misconduct, and some information for students with disabilities. If you took that quiz that is in your coursework, then you said you've read the syllabus, then you're going to be held to all the information that is actually in the syllabus. Some additional information that is here for you to make it easier. There is something called a course schedule. If you click on the course schedule, it is actually just the page out of the syllabus that is the course schedule. You can go ahead and print that out. That is going to be your Bible. That is how you are going to know when things are due. All of the due dates are on there, what is anticipated to be done for those due dates. Especially two due dates to keep track of are the midterm exam on July 13th and the final exam that is due by August 8th. And two other things that are found in the syllabus section is there is a netiquette section, and it's basically how to conduct yourself in an online class. So there's some security information, some general information, email etiquette, and message board etiquette. We're not going to use message boards in this course, but it's some good information to know. Last but not least, in the syllabus section, we have something called Remind Instructions, and this is going to take me into my communication section. How to communicate with me. So there's a few different ways. Email is usually always the best. I do have a phone number listed on the syllabus, and my office is in Deeds Hall, room 310. Another way to get updates from me is to join an app called Remind. Remind is an app that is very similar to WhatsApp, but it is used for the educational world. So you can do several different things. You can do it via text message, or you can download the actual Remind app. Now, if you want to join the Remind app, All you have to do is log in using your Google account, type in your school email and password, and you're automatically signed up for Remind. Again, it's a texting type service, so if you would like to get announcements in that way, you can join Remind. The other ways to get a hold of me, again, my email is listed right here as well as on the syllabus. So those are some really great ways. Another way to get a hold of me is through my office hours. Now, if you come down to resources, currently for the summer, I am having mostly online office hours. If you scroll all the way down to bookmarks, you can see towards the end, I have some that are in a section called Ungrouped. So there is a video on how to upload your coursework. There is a link to office hours, and there is a link to schedule office hours. So the link to office hours is going to be drop-in office hours online through Zoom Tuesdays and Thursdays during our quote-unquote normal class time from 9 to 11 a.m. If you need to try to get a hold of me outside of those office hours, you can actually click on here that says schedule office hours. This brings to something called Calendly, and you can reserve a spot of time with me. You can either do it via Zoom or on campus. If you are to reserve via Zoom, you can then choose a date. Once the date is chosen, you can choose a time, and it will enter your details, and you will have scheduled a meeting with me personally. So if you cannot make those drop-in office hours from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., go ahead and click on the scheduled office hours in the ungrouped section of the bookmarks. Last but not least, we are using online proctoring software for this course. So in order to see that, you go down underneath coursework, it says online proctoring. There are going to be 3 different times that you're going to have to use this. You're going to have to do an onboarding exam if you have not done it already. Onboarding, all you're going to need is either your student ID or some kind of federal issued ID, and it's just going to verify that you are who you say you are. It is going to download a small file to your computer, but it is going to allow the online proctoring to run while you take the midterm and the final exam. The onboarding for the exams must be done no later than 1 week before the midterm exam. And again, if you've already done the onboarding, if you were in my course for the first session, you don't have to do this again. So you go over here, you click on Go to Test. There is going to be some information on how to run ProctorTrack. There's going to be some information about what is allowed and what is not allowed for the current test. And then you're going to click that you've read and go to the next step. It is going to download, like I said, a small file onto your computer that will start and ask for your webcam to be turned on and to take a picture of your webcam and a picture of your photo ID. So as far as the onboarding goes, that's all that is actually necessary. Now when it comes time to take the midterm and or the final, you will click on the online proctoring choice over here on the left. This midterm exam will then be live and it'll say go to test. That's how you're going to be able to take your midterm. Going back to the overview page, I've also added a widget in here for Remind, so you can join your class through Remind or sign up, and the announcements will actually pop up in that location. If you have any questions about what we're doing in this class and how things are going to work, please go ahead and shoot me an email, and I can't wait to get started with everybody.